let us do the last time then. That is going to be done by Sam.
Right. Last time. Let's see. Yeah, where Locke got a chance to talk to his dad.
Figure out he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's obvious stuff. And then once we got done with that, we were about to head out of town. There was a ruckus. And then, Alex, the, golden boy cleric, I don't know.
Yep.
Golden boy.
Mr. Goody Two Shoe with the jock attitude. Anyway.
Pretty much,
sat there and almost got his ass whooped by a tiefling and two bounty hunters, and stuff that were looking for Locke's dad. So, interesting conversation going on there. Eventually, the tiefling got stuck in the window.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah. And everyone was just curious and just watched what happened until the tiefling turned around and turned on the bounty hunters. And it turned out they used to know Locke's dad, and they just wanted to escape. Very simple. Yeah, so that happened, and then we went up to Umok to collect things and find out more of, like, what to do. I can't remember if we were set in a direction.
You are, yes.
Right. Okay.
You ended last session going to Fumok, and then speaking with Locke's old friend Gabriel at the tavern, and then you went to Ulara, which is on the outskirts of Fumok, to retrieve your, for Locke's case, he retrieved Locke's magical gear, because Ulara is an artificer that was allowing people to make weapons. You then tasked Ulara to make more things, specifically a book, or a group of books for Locke, to allow him to communicate with his family easier. Cad gave Ulara the magic dust stuff to try to see if Ulara could turn it into anything. And Young gave Ulara her gauntlets and scales from the worm monster thing that you fought in Yvonne, so that she could get fire gauntlets.
And I also believe we had agreed that we were going to give Bjorn a chance to interact with Ulara, since David left after the combat encounter last time.
Ah, right. That's why we're still in this.
There was going to be a chance for Bjorn to interact with both Gabriel and Ulara. Gabriel because they are kindred spirits. Ulara because he might want a magic item. I don't know if he does or not. Gabriel is a kindred spirit for Bjorn because he is a rather jovial human that runs the tavern in Fumok. And he is somebody that Locke spent a lot of time with when Locke had initially ran away. So upon the group getting back together in Fumok, going back a little bit in time, Bjorn would see a somewhat heavier set human male, sort of a scruffy beard, if I recall. He had a beard, I think.
Yeah.
And he welcomes Locke back in, and then sees Bjorn, and he's like, "Oh, you have a new friend."
Hello, good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. You're getting all sorts of friends, aren't you, Locke?
Yeah, kinda. Things just keep happening.
Well, that's perfectly fine. You're welcome here. And he basically gives you rooms for free, although he won't necessarily let you drink for free. He will give you rooms for free. And with that, you rest up in Fumok. Upon leaving Fumok, you make your way just on the outskirts of Fumok, a little less than a day's travel away, and you make your way to everybody knowing where to go, other than Bjorn, really. You make your way to Ulara's base, I guess is the best way to put it. And Bjorn, Ulara's base is what remains and is essentially ruins of an old church. You're not really sure what sort of church it is right offhand, because the what would be the holy symbols of any kind have all but destroyed. You do see that there is the remains of a statue that is still there, a statue that may or may not have been blown up with Eldritch Blast. But anyway.
Hi.
Yes. And you also see that working sort of as both sort of repair and guard, there is a automaton, a robot, essentially. It does not appear to have any degree of intelligence behind it like that of a Warforged, but it is a robotic creature that stands as sentry. The group makes pass by it as it sort of sees the group, seems to recognize at least a few of them, and then will basically let you pass. And then you meet Ulara. Ulara is a Duragar dark dwarf artificer. She has incredibly bright red hair. You meet up with her. Locke will receive his sickle. There'll be conversations about the various items that people had wanted made previously. Silver will hand off a staff to Young so that she can not have her claws briefly, which I still don't know how Silver got that staff, but whatever. Young now has a quarterstaff. Yay. You are then presented with the 3 places of Norro's remaining lairs. Ulara speaks of a 4th, but the group automatically already knows that one is not where he's at, because they had already found that one when they first encountered Norro, and Locke destroyed the teleportation circle that was there. So, while it is possible that Norro would go back to that one, he would have to walk to rebuild the teleportation circle. So, that doesn't seem very likely, at least to Ulara. She's not sure which one he's in, but she reveals that he has 3. One is in the Thaluna Wilds, down here, the Cursed Hills, over here, and Oxbow Heights, which is way up north on the left there. Locke knows of the Thaluna Wilds, because those are near his hometown. He does not want to go there. And the Cursed Hills
I most certainly do not.
And Cursed Hills is actually closer, and gives him another chance to revisit his dad, because why the heck not? So that was probably where you were going to be heading to, at least first, if I recall correctly.
I believe we discussed that, yeah.
Did you say Bjorn had anything for Ulara, or any magic items he was thinking of wanting, or not really?
So, hold on. So with this, what exactly how much of a magic item could I get?
She couldn't make you anything that would be, super upper tier, per se. I'd say probably closer to, 5th edition sort of plays with the +1/+2 style that the old school D&D has, but she could probably get you something that would be classified as... What's the Amulet of Health? Silver has an Amulet of Health. Is it very rare, or is it rare?
I think I know what I might want if it's okay.
I mean, just as an example of something that I got out of her, though it took me a long-ass time to come back and get it, is the Sickle of Slaughter, as I've since dubbed it. And as it is, as a bonus action, I can activate it with the command word Bleed. And when I hit an enemy with that weapon while it is active, it will cast Inflict Wounds at 1st level on the target, immediately dealing 3d10 damage on the hit alongside regular weapon damage. If my attack misses, Inflict Wounds is not cast, and the activation ends. This effect can only be activated 3 times a day.
There is an item I've actually, not specific to Bjorn, but something that I would have been wanting to play with in D&D for a while. The Decanter of Endless Water. It's uncommon. It says you can use an action to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. You can say Stream produces 1 gallon of water, Fountain produces 5 gallons of water, and Geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth. You have 30-foot long, 1-foot wide geyser.
Is it normal water?
It can be either fresh or salt water, but otherwise, yeah, it's just
water.
Yeah.
Water and
Oh,
water
okay.
and water,
Oh,
water, water.
Oh,
and
no,
water.
normal water. Okay.
Yeah, but theoretically, geyser has the stipulation of being able to cause damage and like area style. Well, not area. It has
no.
a potential to
5
knock
gallons of
someone-
water that's not in an area?
Wait. So this thing is a jug, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just pin an evil person down, hold the jug above their head, and just do geyser.
Geyser can do bludgeoning damage.
Waterboarding.
1d4 depending on a strength saving throw.
Yeah, let's just waterboard the villain.
Yeah, shit, why not? There's nothing in Bjorn's moral code against that.
Anyway, so yeah, uncommon wondrous item. Does Bjorn have a water skin
Yes.
among his normal items?
Should do.
There's no reason why she couldn't make that. It would, again, you guys are going to be going off to hunt Norro and then coming back, and then that's going to take a span of time. So, theoretically, assuming you were gone for long enough, she's going to have time to make all these various things for everybody, because with the decanter of endless water in mind for Bjorn, the only person who's not going to have her make something is Oak. Although Silver already has something made, the only one who's not going to get an item that was made by her is Oak, I should say. She's going to be making a endless water
Oh,
skin.
here's a thought. Go do the base of the cursed hill. Go on.
She's going to get endless water, fire gauntlets, crazy books, and whatever the heck she can make out of the dream dust. So, that's quite the laundry list of things that she has to work on. She's down with this. She likes messing with things. This also means that when you get back and you get her the stuff from her, she's going to get a lot of gold all at once. So,
Yep.
she's okay with this. Following that, the group make their way back to Damapure first, because I seem to recall Locke was wanting to get a chance to talk to his dad again, simply because you're going to the Cursed Hills, and the Cursed Hills is where he got his artifacty thingy originally.
Yeah, so we couldn't help to get some info on the region, and also I just want to let them know, hey, I've got some books being made. Don't be stupid.
Right.
I know that's hard for you, but I really need you to try this time.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you guys make your way back to Damapure. There's a bit of a trek there, but because you stick to the road, everything is nice and calm. Much to Bjorn's dismay, there's not really been a big fight in a while, other than if you count the tiefling. So, make your way back to Damapure. Does everybody go in the house to speak to Locke's dad and sister?
Are we allowed in?
I mean,
No reason
Locke
you wouldn't
won't
be.
stop. I mean, Locke won't stop you if you want to follow him in, but he isn't going to invite you either.
Right.
Family talk. Family talk with an elephant in the room.
We have enough of those already.
Now,
Enough of all one of me.
I think Cad should go in just for the visual metaphor now.
Yeah. Alright, so you don't really end up knocking, really, because as you are making your way back into Fumak, you see that
You mean Damapur?
Damapure. You do see the wood elf disguise that you know to be Vanya in disguise. She seems to have made a sort of a supplies run to the market stalls in Damapure to get food and other such things. And so you don't really end up knocking. She just sees your group come back and she assumes that you're probably going to make your way in, and she just gives a smile to Locke.
I'll smile and wave.
And then she just sort
Smile
of
and wave, boys.
she just
Smile
sort
and
of,
wave.
she just sort of gestures, and you guys can come on inside. And
I have a question for both of them. Why
Yes?
are you both in disguise?
Huh?
Locke's dad, I understand, that broke him out of jail. But why is she hiding?
I honestly don't fully understand that one yet.
So we're asking her that question directly?
Yes.
I have a history in this town. I would rather not let everyone here know that I am back. I mean, this was the town that I was initially born, but yeah, there's some, I'd rather not talk about it, thanks.
Okay.
This seems to be a running theme with everyone I'm related to by blood, isn't it?
Well, your mother doesn't hide.
I give you the pen look. She lives literally on the other side of the region from where she started.
Regardless, we're still
Whether
waiting.
it's hiding or just having shit we don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Regardless, we are still waiting for Jill to get back so that we can make our way up to Yukiegi and then maybe get that big family conversation you were wanting, assuming you were done with whatever it is you were doing. Also, I wasn't aware that you were going to be coming back.
Right, that wasn't even initial... Yeah, well, that wasn't originally part of the plan, but,
Surprise!
yeah, some shits came up. Is Dad inside?
Yes. You at this point, everyone is now inside of the house, including Golden Boy Alex.
Oh, I thought we were talking about this, like, on the front porch or something.
Nope. Everybody's inside the house. Assuming people want, or people are welcome to come in, unless, like Bjorn wants to stay outside and guard or something. But everyone's allowed in, assuming they want to come in.
If specifically invited, Kaduril would enter because it's like a courteous thing. Unless Locke's like giving a stink eye, like family.
Well, at this point, you know what? The rest of you can come in this time. It's fine. It's not really personal conversations that are happening this time anyway.
Woo!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bjorn will come hang out then.
Now we get all that in-character dirt on Locke.
Dun dun dun.
So yeah, everyone's inside. And you were starting to say something about why you had come back so fast, Locke.
Yeah, so coming back this fast wasn't exactly part of the plan, but then our contact told us that one of the places we need to go is, and I point vaguely in the direction of the Cursed Hills, right there.
Oh.
Yeah, and you were all just there, so figured might as well stop in, have some lunch, ask you what the hell we should expect.
The three of them, Vanya, Frederick, and Alex, sort of just look at each other and they're like, well, one, and this is Frederick that speaks up, one, if you start to talking people around town, don't tell them you're going to the Cursed Hills. They don't like that place, they're scared of it, and the fact that they might have adventurers in here that have been there, yeah, they don't do that. Second,
Noted.
it's kind of named wrong. It's named Hills, but from what I could tell, it looked like it was an old volcano, or at least it used to be.
Oh boy, that's charming.
Yeah. And when I got the artifact, I got the artifact from the ruins that was in sort of towards the top of the Cursed Hills, and there was nothing else there. So whatever you're going for is not going to be up high, I would imagine. It'd be something hidden in the lower edges of the Cursed Hills, I think, because I didn't see anything else there. And then Alex pipes up and goes, "Are you going around hunting undead?"
What?
I don't know what your quest is, but if your quest involves undead, it would make sense. When we were traveling through the Cursed Hills myself with the group, I sort of did a wave of magic just to see what we were dealing with, and as we were traveling off to the east edge of the mountains, I caught a very faint, because I was far away, sense of undead.
Well, Silver Oak, you want to take this one?
What?
Do you two want to give some insight on what we're doing? I mean, I can, but I feel like I've been talking a little too much lately.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go hunt some guy named Norro down, right?
That is his name, yes. It says Oak.
That is what we're doing, yes.
Oak's like,
I'm trying to pass the spotlight off to someone else because it's been shining on me nonstop for 2 sessions.
oh, you're fine.
Give the other players a chance to play.
I mean,
Alright,
Silver
yeah.
Silver doesn't necessarily know a whole lot about your whole thing with Norro, really.
I never met him. I only met his lackeys, and they're kind of a bitch to deal with, but
Cad worked for him for a while, didn't he?
Not directly
no, I
now.
think Cad discovered something and was locked up for it.
Speaking about
Is
Norro,
that
right?
right?
Yes. Speaking of Norro.
Yeah, I worked in Caberton, and whenever I had free time, I was trying to read whatever books were around me, and not exactly sure what I did to make him mad, but I think I may have stumbled across a book or something of his, and he didn't like that it was read. I don't know.
So, oh yeah, we also broke him out of jail.
I just sort of smile and wave.
Right. Okay. Well, if whoever you're hunting has anything to do with the undead, that might be where he is. I would be very careful, because if I was getting that sense of undead from that distance away, it's going to be very, very strong. So,
And Norro's a necromancer, so
if Norro's a necromancer, then it would make sense. If one of his lairs had undead in it, I guess, yeah. Okay. Then
Here's a
Frederick-
question then.
Frederick just stares at Locke and is like, please be. I know that doesn't mean much coming from me, but please be careful.
I always am. Also, I point at Bjorn. He had a question.
Yes.
Yes, with the sense you had of the undead, you said it must have been very strong to feel it from that distance. In your expertise, would that necessarily be a single powerful undead, or could it be indicative of a very large quantity? Would there be any way to tell before we stumbled upon whatever it was?
If you were closer, probably. I didn't get close. I didn't know the specifics of what it was, but if you were closer, maybe. But the fact that it's either going to be a large quantity of undead, or one very strong, or perhaps some combination thereof, for it to be that intense.
All right. Bjorn will take that answer and contemplate.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're scared of undead things, aren't you?
Some of them. The squishier ones I have a problem with. The bony ones I can deal with.
And something aquatic, something.
Yes, there is perhaps a certain fear of drowning. There is a chance I may have toppled out of a longboat in my youth.
Oak sort of speaks up and he's like, I get that. I don't much care for zombies either, even though I am a priest that's supposed to be able to deal with them. My whole thing is more tied to less of whether it's a zombie or a skeleton, and more of what it's a zombie or skeleton of that can mess me up sometimes.
Yes, I could see how that might be the case.
But we've dealt with encounters with things from Norro in the past, and we have our own little group of friends that aren't nearly as scared of undead as we are. And he sort of smiles and looks over at Young and Silver specifically, because he doesn't.
Yep.
And he knows that Cad's not really terrified of many things, especially when he goes rage mode. So,
When Cad goes angy, other things go squishy.
yeah, pretty much. All right. So that's probably if you, I would imagine then if you're hunting a necromancer, that's probably a good clue for you to go with. Follow the scent of the undead. If you've got folks in
Follow the corpses that should be holding still but aren't.
something like that.
It's a reliable method.
And be very careful. The terrain there isn't exactly it's stable, but it's a bit rough, being that it's a former volcano and quote unquote cursed area.
Duly noted.
Alrighty. So, and then as if to sort of weaken to sort of fix the tension in the room, Vanya's like, so, anyone want lunch?
Bjorn is immediately happy.
I would love lunch. Yes, please. Thank you. You're a wonderful
Will there be
person for
ale?
suggesting that.
Vanya sort of looks around at that and she's like, and then Alex is like, I do. Here you go. So there is ale involved.
Well, Bjorn will not allow us to not stay for lunch, if that's the case.
Ale for lunch. Interesting.
Well, ale with lunch. Although there are enough carbs in it, so I guess you could.
Yeah.
Bjorn, man.
So
Man's
with
got his
that-
priorities.
With that,
I mean, yeah, I can respect that.
you guys have lunch. It's going to take, let's see, I think it was a little less than a day to really get to the Cursed Hills from here. So you could either rest here for the night, stay here for another couple hours, or if you want to, or if you want to try to get closer to your quarry, as it were, you could travel into the Cursed Hills. I wouldn't recommend actually going into the hills when it's dark, but it's up to you. You're welcome here.
Alrighty.
So are we staying for the night, or are you guys going to head out after you eat?
Locke will defer to the group on this one.
Bjorn is of the opinion that if we're going to deal with that, we'd better do so with a full night's sleep and be well rested for it.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Seems wise.
Seems reasonable. And if you travel into the Cursed Hills in the early morning, you would then be making your way to the Cursed Hills, get there in the afternoon.
Making my way downtown.
Yes, yes.
Sorry.
Oh,
Get there sometime in the afternoon or so. And then you would be starting your trek up into the Cursed Hills, and then probably be done with whatever you happen to find by the evening. Yay! Seems reasonable.
Suits me.
Alrighty. So, the group then travels to the Cursed Hills. Let me get people from maps and things to... This crazy map leads into the Cursed Hills.
Holy smokes.
Oh, joy. It's threatening.
Yay!
It looks like
Can
a
you-
watercolor painting.
Kinda,
Can you
yeah.
handle my most threatening aura?
There is a certain ominousness to it.
It's just sunset.
So, you basically have a sort of rocky path going up this way here, and then a more stable path for you to walk on that would go up into the main part of the mountain pass that's up here in the middle of this area. But other than that, it's very craggy, very rocky, and not altogether calming, I guess.
So people just tie a really, really long rope to me, and I rage out, and I just pretend the enemy's up there somewhere. And I calm down and just hold the rope. Everyone climbs up.
I mean,
If that's
if Cad could control his rages, that's totally something he could do.
But he cannot.
But he often cannot. So I don't think that's something he would suggest.
No, I guess not.
So we see who the best climber is.
I suppose?
Like,
Like this.
all right, someone start yodeling. Yodel, yodel.
Yes, let's announce our coming.
Alrighty.
Bjorn's just gonna shake his head, crack his knuckles, and start heading up.
Yeah, I guess we climb.
Alrighty. Acrobatics, or not acrobatic, athletics. Athletics checks, everyone.
In theory, I should be good at that.
But we all know that,
Yes.
Oh, fuck, never mind. I was expecting the dice to hold true to tradition, but apparently today they decided to throw you a bone.
Getting my good rolls out of the way before combat starts.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, got a
Alright.
10.
Well,
So
you're
we
there
got-
longer, Cad.
We got a 10 from Cad, because he rolled garbage. 21 from Silver, 28 from Bjorn, because crit. 27 from Oak.
27.
Or 24 from Oak, sorry. I was reading the athletics plus 7. That was messing me up. 24 from Oak, 10 in athletics from Locke, and a 16 from Young. With that, you guys, it's a little rocky, and it's not exactly super difficult to climb up. It just takes a bit of time. Even with the athletics of 10 from Cad and Locke, though Cad is much better at recovering from it from Locke is. So, maybe there's sort of a
I just
moment.
climb down more often.
You lose your grip but keep your place, I guess is the best way to put it. Whereas Locke might slide more because he doesn't have the upper body strength to keep himself climbing as well.
Shit!
So I'm slowly plucking rocks and debris out of the cliff as I'm going up.
And those are just hitting Locke on the head, and that's why you can't make any more headway.
I hope not. But yeah, you guys all sort of over time make your way back up, and you've all made it to this little pathway up here, fairly easily.
To which pathway?
It's this little pathway up here, right in the middle here.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
It's not accurate.
So, yep, you now have a more walked pathway than the rest of it. And it's a little bit easier for you guys to maneuver. Yeah, how do you guys want to approach the rest of this lovely mountainside?
I guess we just keep walking.
Keep walking, following the path. You do sort of see off in the distance, as you're going more and more up the mountain itself, you see the sort of soft present mist of the smoke that gives the Cursed Hills its name, and also might be hinting at it being a old volcano. And give me perception checks, everyone.
Boy. 7.
The 13th have it.
13, 13, 13.
Hey, Brian, yours and mine added together makes another 13.
Oh my god.
Do-do-do-do.
Up with the 17 of 27.
And then, boop.
And I'm not 20 for young.
Nice. Alright. So, pretty much everyone but Locke and Bjorn. Everyone but Locke and Bjorn sees off in the distance at the upper edges of the mountains what looks to be a old tower, or maybe a ruin or a building or something, that would probably match up with what Frederick was talking about when it was like, there's an old ruins up there where I got the artifact that I had. But there's nothing else there because I ransacked the place. What he was talking about is right over there. Sort of towards the north and away from you a little bit.
Is there like another path that goes differently from that?
There is a path that sort of leads in that general direction, and then there's another, the footpath sort of branches off and goes in a slightly more eastward direction, opposite from where that tower is.
So I guess, do we want to stay on the path or look into the ruins?
Well, Frederick said that the ruins wasn't a lair, or it didn't seem to be, because he found what he needed and there wasn't anything else there. I would imagine he would have told us about a teleportation circle if that ruin happened to be the Norro's lair, but he didn't mention anything about one. And being the treasure hunter that he is, I would imagine that this is Young. Being the treasure hunter that he is, I would imagine he would have searched the entire place. So,
Do you think he's good enough at finding secret hideaways?
Hard to say.
I'm not entirely sure either. I mean, it does make sense that Norro would protect his layers with undead.
True.
So,
I mean, if we can see that and we don't see any undead, I guess we continue?
yeah. So, let's see. I don't think Oak actually has a channel divinity thing that allows him to sense undead. He can turn undead, but he can't sense undead. He doesn't have that trick. That's more typically a paladin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. could do
Divine
that.
Sense allows to do good and evil, but there's a spell, I think.
So both Bjorn and Silver would have access to Divine Sense, being paladins.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I don't...
Feel like, just given what we know, we should probably just be pinging that continuously as we advance up the mountain.
Yeah, but I can only do it a limited number of times. I'm sure you can only do it then.
Yeah, it's a number of times per long rest. So you wouldn't you wouldn't want to necessarily ping it constantly, but if you use it a couple of times, it's not gonna dip into anything else. It's not any other resource other than it.
I would say, like,
Yeah.
we'll probably
I
ping
can-
it when we're doing, like, when we find an interesting spot that could
Yeah.
be occupied.
Because I can do it 4 times.
I can do it 6.
Nice.
Wait.
Okay.
I actually need to double check. Make sure that I actually can do it 6.
Says you can use it a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier.
5.
So
5.
9 uses between us. Alright. That gives us a fair amount.
So, if you guys do a ping of divine sense, either or, and testing for undead, you do get the obvious turn that there is a sense of undead coming from that path that branches off to the east. And it does seem to be sort of along that path and almost under you.
Oh, that's why we can tell.
Okay.
Wait, do you think he has undead buried along his path? So that way, if we trigger something, they'll pop out?
That could be. I was thinking more maybe he has like an underground lair, like in a cave or something.
Pearl.
They
But
are
that-
looking for a hideout, so...
Although now that you've mentioned the possibility of there just being undead buried in the ground waiting to spring on us, Bjorn's a bit more jumpy.
But wouldn't your sword... doesn't
It
your
would.
sword do something?
Yeah, let me double check, but it should give us a warning against ambushes, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Both
Um,
Bjorn and Cad both have the we can't be ambushed because we say so thing. Bjorn has it from his sword, and Cad has it because barbarian. You sort of ping it off a little bit, and you're able to get a sense of your direction. And I guess this means that Bjorn and Silver are leading the pack along this volcanic-y mountainside.
I suppose so.
Yeah,
Would make sense in the given circumstances.
They have the skill sets to lead the pack.
So lead the pack they shall.
Yeah. Let us get this area is big enough to travel sort of 2 by 2. So let's get a bit of a walking order, shall we?
Oh boy, marching orders. We haven't done these before.
Yeah. It's Bjorn and Silver up front, and then sort of Bjorn and Silver up front. Where's Locke want to be? Where's Locke and Cad wanting to be?
Locke will probably hang in the middle because he's squish.
Alrighty.
And so if he's in the middle, then in front and back he has not squish to keep him from going squish.
Sounds like plan, little one.
So the smaller ones will go in the middle then. So that's Oak and Bjorn and Silver in the front, Young and Locke in the middle, and Bjorn and Oak in the back, or Cad and Oak in the back. I keep getting things mixed up. I need to quit that. So
Yes.
you guys travel on for a little bit. The path is pretty much sort of straightforward. You sort of go more around the mountain than up it. You two that are in front, perception check. There's 15 from the Silver and a 4 from the Bjorn.
There it is.
There we go. Back tradition and back.
That seems on point. So Silver, you sort of notice that there's what remains of an old shrub. It's sort of withered, but the way that it looks, it doesn't look like it was originally from there. It looks like it was brought there, as if it's kind of covering something or hiding something. Not doing it very well, mind you, because a 15 found it. But you get the sense that there is a sort of a bush or shrub on the edges of the walkway that shouldn't be there.
They were gonna poke it.
You're gonna just walk over to a random shrub and poke it.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You poke the shrub.
Okay. Does the shrub do anything?
And having moved closer to it, and you sort of see past it a little bit with your 15, you do see that it is blocking what appears to be a very steep hole. Not like a full-on drop, but like it sort of slopes just a bit and then down.
Like a slide.
Yeah, like a slide. That gets very, very fast towards the end. But yeah. And since you have a 60 feet of dark vision,
How big is it?
you do see that it goes down maybe about 25, 30 feet or so. If you slide, you'd be alright and not take any kind of fall damage. But it is something. It's obviously a hole or a cave of some sort of persuasion that was hidden behind the shrub. And you can see in it that there is a something, a
Like,
ground, a place to be inside, because you can see down with dark vision.
Is it in like an actual entrance, or is it like a hole that someone can like single file slide down? And is there like
it seems to be big enough for a group of people to potentially slide down all at once if they wanted to.
this is a big bush? Okay. Well, I'm going to point this out to everyone.
Oaks immediately. Well, that's ominous.
So a big bush hiding a slippery slope down into darkness. Am I understanding this right?
And we
Yeah.
sensed undead beneath us.
It seems like our entrance then.
He does seem to have a thing for caves.
I think before we go down, we should have weapons out.
Pulling out the sickle of slaughter.
Getting that sword and shield ready to go. Well, nah. I'll keep the shield stowed for now, just in case I need a hand to, like, direct where I'm going on this slide.
Yet again, folks, if you're wanting to slide down, are you wanting to slide down all at once, or are you wanting to slide down in groups? The slope looks like it could easily hold maybe 3. So 2 groups of 3.
Left flank, right flank.
No, we're just gonna jump in.
Okay.
Actually, I was going to ask before we jump down, like, just from looking at it, does it seem like we would be able to easily get back up?
That's a good point. It is. Give me a perception check, Bjorn.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
Alright, 17.
You said you're jumping in. Are you jumping or are you sliding?
She's gonna slide it. I just meant it as in like she's just gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay, so if she's actually going to slide, it would be acrobatics. But if she's jumping, it'd be athletics.
9.
Okay. So Bjorn, with your 17 perception, you do see that it's probably going to be possible to climb back out, but it'd be a bit of a climb and probably a little harder than it was to actually initially climb up the mountain. But by the time you sort of discern of it's going to be a bit difficult to climb back out, in goes silver.
And face plant.
Bjorn reaches for his wine skin.
I was, probably face plant with a 9. Ow.
Is that how
So
I take damage or what?
I mean, you did get a pretty crappy acrobatics check to try to slide down the hole, and it is a fairly deep hole. So, yeah.
Okay.
6 falling damage,
Oh, no.
because that was not a very graceful leap, or anything.
I'm okay.
Are you though?
What do I see around me?
Take a look around you.
Yes.
You see what appears to be a very large, empty, a very large, mostly empty room. There is
single room?
a immediate, once you're down here all the way, there is an immediate sense of, for you, Cad would have probably got this early on as you were going closer, but it would have made sense because you knew that you were, following undead. As soon as you hit the area down here, immediate smell of decay and death. Just boom.
It tastes like death.
And it is strong.
It's not promising.
And
Well,
sort of
Is it-
looking
is it
around you,
just
I said a
single
mostly empty room.
or-
Hmm?
Is it just a single room? Like, is there things?
It is a very large, very dark room. From where you are currently standing, you do not see any form of other entrances or exits or anything like that from your current position.
Okay, she can see in 60 foot in dark visions.
You're gonna sort of start looking around.
Well, she's gonna light up her sword and just wait for everyone else. Because she's like, it tastes like death.
You light up your sword, and you now know more pointedly that there are a scattering of bones and rags, and is that rags or is that flesh? It's not a happy place down here. Everybody else going in?
I would like Locke to do something before he jumps in. He is going to
shake himself a little bit to psych himself up. He's going to cast Mage Hand. He's going to have his Mage Hand grab him by the scuff of the collar and pull up as hard as it can, even though it can't lift him or even hope to. And then he's going to slide down. And the hopes being that slight bit of upward force will make his descent a bit more stable.
Sure. Okay.
Alright.
13.
Okay. It does help you a little bit. You don't necessarily tumble as rough as Silver did with her 9.
9?
Um,
9?
Yeah. So you're pretty stable going in there, and then you get down there, and it's just like death. Boom.
Hmm.
Yep, told you, it tastes like death.
That's not a taste. I might be tasting it in a minute. I move my mage hand and use it to plug my nose.
Fair.
Smart.
That's better.
Now you can taste it.
Is there anything at the
No,
top
I
of the hole that I could tie a rope to?
Hey, someone's smart.
The bush?
Me.
Something that could hold any one of our weights.
Me.
Possibly
You're going to go in the hole, Cap.
Yeah.
Oh.
If anyone's chickening out of this mission, it's Bjorn. But so far, he's not running.
Cowabunga, Cowabunga, in goes Young. She just like tuck and rolls like the ninja that she is going down the slope, and then she just bounces back up and she's like, "Yeah, it's gross down here."
Yeah, I told you.
Those seem to be the consensus so far.
Roll investigation, Bjorn. See if you want to find anything to sort of tie the rope to.
Good. We're relying on my dice rolls now.
You
I
got crit.
don't even have a bonus for this one, really.
Poor.
You found Kaduril.
I mean, you don't really see anything around the slope that would be stable enough and or big enough to sort of hold back. It's rocky and it's craggy in places. Anything that'd be far enough off the ground to be something to tie to would probably be the bush, but it wouldn't be stable enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted something to tie the rope, to bind the rope to, you might be able to find something in somebody's equipment to sort of stab into the ground and then tie it to that. But
Yeah, that doesn't sound super reliable.
in the immediate vicinity, not really.
Alright, in that case, Bjorn is going to take his shield out, place it on the ground, and he's going to use it as a seat while he slides down.
Hey.
There you go. I will say that you can roll acrobatics as normal, but you will not take fall damage even if you fail. It just won't be as graceful.
I can live with this. Acrobatics.
Yeah, I fell on bones, so.
Good thing, too.
So Bjorn,
that's worse than I did.
So Bjorn, you sort of sled down like you're sealed as a sled, and as you come into the slope into the room, your shield catches on something and sort of tumbles, and you tumble off your shield.
I do my best to spring back to my feet and be like, I meant to do that.
No, you didn't.
Graceful. Very graceful.
Pick my shield up and I just yeah.
Bjorn, you don't have dark vision, but Silver's sword is lit up, so there is light down here.
There's, I think, 30 feet dim light.
You see that the thing that your shield caught on appears to be a, like, femur that was sticking out of the ground.
I think I can see. I have goggles of the night equipped.
Well, that's true.
Oh,
Even
okay.
better then. Yeah, you see that it was some sort of femur or bone sticking out of the ground that your shield caught on when it tipped you over.
Ugh. Well, I'm not happy about that. I'm just going to kind of push it to one side with my foot.
Cat, are you coming down?
How steep is the descent into madness?
It starts off fairly fine, but then it just sort of drops. So it's kind of a steep descent, yeah. And Oak is also
Because my first thought was to outrun gravity. But if it goes straight down, I can't do that.
Yeah, no, this ain't a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it could be like running down a very steep hill. I run very fast, but...
Remember that time I cast haste on you and you double dashed?
Yes. I'm
Like
faster
Sonic
than I
the
was
Fu-
then, I think.
It's much like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
But I'm big and weigh a ton.
Fluffy has lost control.
So,
A witness at the scene had this to say: "It got dark."
I'm guessing.
Oak will go ahead and tumble his way into the hole. It's not really that graceful, but he's down there.
So I will call down into the hole. Is everyone clear just in case?
Locke will step back about 15 feet. I'm back.
Bjorn will do likewise.
Because I kind of feel like something reckless and tough would be something that would be fitting.
Oh no.
Bjorn takes an extra step back.
Have you considered not doing what you're thinking about doing?
Yes,
Sharply stands up.
+8 athletics, and I meta as heck. Well, I wanted to sprint down the hill, but I guess that's not going to work. So, could I attempt to, tumble whenever I reach towards the bottom so that I don't, splat?
Yes, this is all going to be athletics, or acrobatics rather, to sort of make your way down. I mean, you could just full on jump and then try to brace yourself with your legs if you didn't want to roll, but that would probably be easier for you to...
I was trying to think of something athletic to solve it, but I guess you do need dex.
You do need dex if you're... You could do it with athletics. You could just jump. You could slide on the part of the cliff before it starts to descend, and then just jump at the descent. Whether or not you hit the ground in any sort of a fashion that is conducive of not destroying your legs, that remains to be seen. But
I kind of would like my legs because I don't know of many people who could carry me on their shoulders. So I guess I will try and tumble when I hit the ground or whatever.
Yeah, you want to jump or you want to tumble? Okay, yeah, 7. Yeah.
To be fair, I asked everyone to get out of my way.
Yeah, you sort of tumble. You slide and then you lose your balance and then tumbling elephant. Kaput.
Never said I was graceful.
And you don't have a shield or anything to help break your fall.
No.
You also take 6.
Boogie. Ow.
Now that everyone is down here, it looks bland and boring from this perspective. But yeah.
Alright.
But, for purposes, it is a very large open area, and those that can see in the dark, which is pretty much everybody but Oak and Bjorn, or Oak and Cad.
Mm-hmm.
Though you...
Oh my gosh, sword!
Silver has a glowing sword. And yeah, you have a vastly empty room that very much smells of death, especially to an elephant that has a keen sense of smell.
I am not a fan of this.
Nope.
Oh, this is a big map, too.
Nor me.
Crumple up some parchment and shove it in my trunk so that everything smells like dusty paper.
Sure.
I'm not actually doing that. That's a waste of parchment.
Right. So, everyone give me perception check.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Well,
17.
I'm
22.
trying really hard not to focus on my smell.
Oh, 22.
That's pretty nice. 12, 17, 22, 12, 18, 28. Yeah. So, you guys, everybody sort of looks around as you've sort of made your way down here, and you have a very, very, zombie and dark, ick sort of room. With those high perception checks, everybody making at least 10, once everybody is down here, especially when the big heavy Cad sort of tumbled in, you hear what can only be described as a cacophony of moans.
oh, no.
Joy.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn, he's not feeling great all of a sudden.
Alright, so,
Does
you're going
it sound
to-
like they're getting closer?
yeah, they are in fact getting closer.
Bjorn points his sword at the darkness.
But do you attack the darkness?
That would require that I get closer to the moaning, so no.
So yes, as you guys are sort of looking off into the darkness, those of you that can see that far, the cacophony of moans is slowly getting closer, and at the edges of your vision, over here, you
Over where?
see a very, very not happy thing, and it's very large. It seems to be what could essentially be described as a rolling mound of corpses.
Murder ball!
Oh.
It would
Oh,
happen
what is-
to be that.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, I don't like it.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
It's huge.
This is the time for Amnesia the Dark Descent music to start playing. Holy shit.
Oh, that is huge.
Initiative.
I am assuming this is initiative.
Yep.
I feel, yeah. Oh my god.
But it only moves like 5 feet a turn because all of its little arms have to like work together to drag it forward.
8.
I rolled Bjorn's initiative by accident.
Yeah, so that's not me. How dare you, first of all.
My bad.
I
I
get it.
15.
I'm gonna do my own initiative roll because I get that. But I get advantage on initiative rolls because of my sword.
So basically, all of us who can see just see this thing rolling at us,
Just
and then
a fucking
John
corp.
and Oak are just like, "What is it?"
They just like they hear something and they see the rest of us. Bjorn in particular suddenly go. I feel it. I wonder if that would be worse, not being able to see it, just seeing people react to it.
Maybe.
Let's see what we got. We have Oak first, then Cad, then Young, then the thing, then Locke, Bjorn, and Silver.
Yep.
Alrighty, so
Silver's
Oak.
probably gonna say Bjorn, like, go get him.
Me go get him.
You roll
Oak.
higher than me.
Oak, seeing this, is just immediately, yeah,
Wait, can't he actually see it? Where is-
oh no, he can't see it technically,
He's
because
seeing
you're,
us freak out.
yeah, oops. You're just seeing, he's just seeing everybody freaked out, and he's like, what is, what?
Giant goop of bones, flesh.
It's hell. It's actual hell.
That was fun.
Right, which way?
So what points for sword? That way.
Okay, not that Oak wants to be able to see it, but he is going to, do a thing. He is going to guiding bolt this creature. Spell attack is +8. Nope. I was gonna roll it with disadvantage because he can't see it. So now with the natural one, he doesn't hit it at all. So that's oh, Cad technically can't see it either.
Do I have? I know there's like a passive perception. Is there a passive this stinks?
For this thing, yes, most definitely.
And it's making some sort of audible moaning sort of sound in the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we're obviously fighting whatever this is.
Yep.
I mean, all of this points to charge forward smacking.
I mean, yeah, that's reasonable.
And I have 50 movement, and 50 movement would get me close enough to, starting from my square. Yes. 50 would get me close enough to hit it, right?
Yep, it would.
So can I enrage and move to here, smacky smacky?
You can indeed.
Rage is what?
If you want to reckless, you would have only hitting it normal because you would have disadvantage on being able to smack it accurately, even though it's big, because you can't see it. You can't actually see it. You know where it's at, but
If my first hit lands, would I now know where it is?
yes.
So I smack it recklessly, but I happen to be very lucky, and I'm also lazy, so I'm going to spend a point of luck to make that 13 a 13.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Right? Can I smack with my extra attack?
Yep.
Yay!
There you
20
go. Now you hit it.
for 9.
Alrighty. And now you
And
know
now I know where it is,
Yep. Now you know where it is.
and it knows where I am.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can't see me, and I'm terrifying.
Alrighty.
I'm done.
100 heads on it.
You can see everything.
Does dwarves have dark vision? I think dwarves have dark vision.
I mean, they live in mine underground all the time, so I sure hope they do.
Yeah. Young has dark vision. Young can see it. However, Young does not want to get close to whatever the heck it is. She's like, Oak, can you not, like, turn that thing away from us or something? Yes, but that's not going to last very long. And I can't even see it right now. Young is a bit terrified. Can she even get to it? 60 feet to get all the way over there. She has 7. She can't get to it if she bonus action dash. She's actually going to sort of... I'm just going to see if Young's brave enough to actually charge this thing right now, because she is not... I am debating whether or not she will attack it.
She's
Okay.
brave.
She's randomly brave. Alright.
You can do it, y'all.
Way over here we go. She bonus action to dash, so she wouldn't get flurry of blows, but she would have her base attack roll thing, which is still with gauntlets because I didn't bother to change it to the quarterstaff, but it's the same damage type anyway. So, just bludgeoning instead of piercing.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, got a +1 to the attack. So 24 will hit it. Hooray!
Woo.
Then attack number 2. 24 will hit it. Wow. Okay. 4 and 9. So 13.
Ooh, so brave.
She is randomly brave, and she's actually attacking it. Hooray! Okay. So
Got another side of it.
I mean, kind of. She could have, but
Got Silent Hill battle music going right now.
so now it's this thing's turn.
Now, what will it do?
Nothing good.
Yes, yes. Nothing good indeed. Nothing good indeed. You're going to attack the thing that first hits you because he's right there and he's big, and big things are usually something. So it gets 2 attacks, and it's going to use them both on Cad.
Oh no.
17 hit Cad.
17 will not. Nope.
Ooh.
Splendid.
All right. So, Cad, you are enraged and frothing at the mouth, and you are shrugging off these zombies that are trying to grab and hit you, as zombies would do. So, Cad, do me a favor. Make a Constitution save.
Couldn't touch this.
Yeah, that's fine. Make a Constitution save.
-4. 24.
Okay, you're fine. But is Young, because this thing stinks. So, Young is now, because of this thing's what's known as noxious aura, Young is now poisoned.
Oof.
Poison status condition, giving her disadvantage on her attack rolls, if I recall. Because it's not actually a damage thing, she's just poisoned. Disadvantage on poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And now the end of the corpse mound thing happens, and it's this rolling mound of corpses, and as the corpses are rolling around, one sort of just falls off.
Oh.
There is
It's
nothing
fun.
about this that I like.
And it's gonna go over here and it's gonna attack y'all.
Oh
It is not very aggressive because it's a very simple little thing, but it's going to attack y'all. Try to.
Does anyone have oil?
Ooh,
No.
that's a good thought.
Like, if we get this thing covered in
It
oil,
is.
I can set it ablaze.
Just remember that any sort of flesh byproduct burned stinks very bad.
It
It-
already stinks.
Yeah,
no. Yeah, like that's a non-issue.
So
like
Young is hit with this noxious fume, and she sort of covers up her mouth and is ducking underground just in time for this zombie to come rolling off the thing and very lazily swing at her and miss.
All right, is it my turn?
It is indeed.
Okay, so Locke is going to scream like a terrified little girl.
Fair.
He is going to just double check something really quick. Yep. He is going to hide behind Bjorn. Just using Bjorn as a human shield, and then he is going to cast Slow.
Okay.
So I am targeting the huge ass corpse mound and its little rinky dink boy.
Alrighty. And that is Wisdom save. You said Wisdom.
DC 15. Yeah, Wisdom save DC 15 from both of them.
Okay. 13. He's slowed.
Okay. Was that the big one or the little one?
That's the big guy. Big guy's slowed. Little guy's slowed.
So, now will be Locke's turn. Scream, slow, hide behind the guy with antlers.
It's now the guy with the antlers' turn.
okay.
You're suddenly not sure whether or not you wanted to have the goggle or not.
Bjorn, he's gonna advance on it, but he's not gonna dash in order to get all the way there. I don't think, unless he get all the way there. Yeah, he's gonna run to about here, but he's kind of doing a slow run, trying to hype himself up as he goes. You can do this, Bjorn. It's already dead. You just have to make it realize that.
Fair enough.
Roll persuasion against yourself.
Make a charisma saving throw.
So, and then hopefully next turn Bjorn will hype himself up enough and he'll get over there and whack the son of a bitch.
Oh, so you're not.
Meanwhile, behind you, Locke is screaming, "No, my shield!"
Well, if I do the dash action to get all the way there, I won't be able to hit it anyway, and
True.
I think it's funnier if Bjorn does the self-hype walk up.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is it an action to use this roll?
Yes.
Okay. So it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go here, and she's going to cast Branding Smite ability,
Okay.
and that'll be her turn.
So you're not getting closer either. You're just setting yourself up.
Yeah, because next one because it's the next time that I hit a creature,
Right.
so I can hold on to that for up to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that I'm going to do once I get close to Cat.
Fair enough. All right. So it is now Oak. You have moved slightly closer. Oak is going to come over here, go closer, and he is now going to attempt to guiding bolt the thing again. With a 22, he will hit. Guiding bolt he's going to do it at level, say 2, casting it up a level, up a notch. Is 5d6s of radiant damage. Boom. And now the corpse thingy is sparkling. Hooray.
Hey, we can see it.
Yeah, now everybody can see it.
Does that mean it's a vampire?
Advantage on the next attack roll.
And the next attack roll has advantage, yes. Which it would anyway because it's Cad. But Cad, you don't have to reckless if you don't want to, and you still have advantage.
Something super advantage.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
So I can see it just fine.
Mm-hmm. You do great when you see it just fine.
I feel like I'm not happy with this thing, so I'm going to reach out a hand and introduce myself.
Ooh.
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 I really, yeah.
Yay. That's like ever fun.
So I give him a hearty handshake for 28.
Yep. Alrighty.
And I ask him how he is doing. No, wait, hold on. Lucky. Grr.
So,
Okay.
You got a good hit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Young is currently poisoned. Young is going to smack at the zombie that's next to her because she's kind of not happy with the big guy. But he's slow, and so is the little guy now. So the little guy would be harder to hit, or easier to hit. So Young is going to kabop, bop, bop, kabop, as many times as she can to the little zombie that's right next to her.
Even after it's dead, she keeps on pulling the trigger.
You have an arm class again. So that's a hit, Gloria blows, nat 1. And then because this zombie thing is incredibly easy to hit, her nat 1 only failed to hit it because nat 1's auto failed. So she hit it 3 times. That's going to be boop. 8, 16, 24. Yeah, so Young is like, she's holding her nose because this thing is noxious and poison, so she's just like, I'm not gonna mess with that thing right now. Cat obviously's got it handled because she just hit it really hard, and then she just takes the new bow staff that she got from Silver, and she's whack, 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 and the zombie falls.
Nice.
I have a quick question. If the scroll requires, well, the spell requires concentration, but if the scroll, does it still require concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
And the zombie falls and gets back up.
Oh, why did it get back up?
Because zombies do that.
Because that is.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't stay dead.
Unless you hit them with radiant damage. That's usually a pretty surefire way.
So it is now the thingy's turn.
Thingy.
The
Let's just call it what it is. It's the Katamari corpse.
it's a corpse now. Yeah.
Calamari corpse?
It's the Katamari Damacy of corpses. It is a Katamari of corpses. Do you not know what Katamari Damacy is?
All I heard was calamari.
Katamari.
Rolling. Keep rolling.
I register it as calamari.
So
We're getting our asses kicked out there by calamari. 50 brownie points too if you understand that reference.
it will miss massively. And it can only do one thing because slow.
You're welcome.
Yay.
All the spell.
When his turn ends, you can
Zombies
try to
is
break down.
independent of that. There's another zombie.
Oh, fuck. Oh, come on, man.
Locke, go.
Hey, let's see here. That shit slow is concentration. I can't cast any other spells without losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just pretty much wasted a spell slot too.
I guess I'll, yeah, there's Yeah, there's not a lot Locke can do. He'll just run up and park himself behind Silver, Sickle of Slaughter out, and he'll be ready to use that when the time comes.
I mean, you can Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah, cantrips don't break concentration, do they? Okay.
The only thing that breaks concentration is another concentration.
Unless you get
Oh. Well, fuck! I forgot about that. Okay. Well, screw that noise then. I am going to. I'm gonna use Shatter.
Okay.
Shatter.
Out of the highest level spell slot I have, which is 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna make it so that it targets the big ass mound and its one buddy.
I have 2 buddies.
So, let's see here. Both of them need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Okay.
This is at 5th level, so this will be 6d8 damage and have as much on a successful save.
So big guy save and little guy save.
Well, let's at least get the base damage first. So 12 damage to both of them,
Alrighty.
and that will be Locke's turn.
Okay. Bjorn.
All right. Bjorn's going to close the rest of the way. And he's just trying his level best not to think about anything that's going. He's just going to charge in and swing as soon as he gets there.
You would have your full attack when you get there. 26
Nice.
will hit indeed. You want to smite?
I'm going to do that. And yeah, I'm going to call it a Divine Smite. And we're going to do that. And it is definitely an undead.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Still alive, I'm assuming? Or,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then we're doing our second attack, which will also be a smite.
Alrighty. Silver, what you doing?
So, I didn't realize that both the things that I wanted to do were concentration. So, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm going to smack this one first. Yes, and I have Branding Smite on, so it gets 2d6 extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives like 5 foot of radius light.
That'll hit it, that's for sure.
That's for 7 radiant on top of that. Does it go down slightly?
Oh yeah, definitely. It just it's gone.
Like, does it go boop? Does it get back up?
Nope. When you hit that radiant energy into it, the bones just the bones and flesh just scatter.
Okay, well my second attack is gonna go to this guy now.
Yep.
Does 11 hit?
11 will hit.
Oh, for 17. Now I'm going to blow my two of my sorcerer points to quicken spell for a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level. I'm doing a 5 foot wide line this way.
Alrighty. So first of all, this zombie here. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, it's 5 foot wide.
Okay, so that second zombie's gone. And then just because disadvantage. Well, 12 didn't save. Alright. Your damage was 10 fire?
17 fire, because I cast it.
17 fire. Alrighty. Is he on fire?
Doesn't show.
Okay. It doesn't say that it sets fire to the person.
Okay.
So Oak is tired of not being able to see. He hates that everything is in here, but he wants to be able to see what is threatening him. So boom.
Yay, daylight! It's probably the instant regret.
Okay, so 60-foot radius of light around. Yeah. So he's going to focus it on.
And then another 60 feet of dim light, so essentially 120 feet of light, just tapering off gradually.
Yeah. So he doesn't
And that's
have to.
radius, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just casts daylight and he puts it on Cad's maw because he knows that Cad and him are the ones that can't see in the dark. So boom.
And we should be able to see to about here.
Yep. You do. So.
Oh, we're not going to like what we see.
Probably not.
So first of all, I'm going to give you most of the room because it goes in around in a circle.
So I knew there was other entrances instead of just a single room.
Yep. It's not just a single room. It does have space.
and then we see that there's an even larger blob down here.
No.
Please
Like,
don't give the
the
dungeon
way-
master ideas.
Like, there's a big one that sheds these guys, like this guy sheds the regular zombies.
No! 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 No!
How far was it? 60
XP
feet?
bar.
How
No!
far
No!
was
No!
it
No! No! No!
120
No!
feet
No!
from
No! No!
Cad?
No!
How far was it?
Do what?
120 How far was 120 feet from Cad? Did it go past here?
120 is to right there.
Okay, good enough. So computer will be faster. Boop, boop.
Okay.
Alright, so Bjorn or Cad will get his sphere, his maul lit up from daylight, and then Oak is immediately like, I thought I heard something, and points down that way towards the snake guys that's coming up that way.
Oh, snake guys! Great!
Quick, give him a trippy fish.
Oh, the snake's tripping out over there in the corner. He's fine.
Alrighty, it's Cad's turn this time.
Right. So does glowing help me hit them better?
No, but you can see it now.
I could see it before. Yeah. So I'm going to apologize for rude introductions. 25 hit?
Yep.
That's very exciting. And I'm going to try one more time. 18 to hit.
Yep.
So that is 26 total.
Alrighty. Young, who's still poisoned.
Oh!
Who sees this thing and she's just, she's going to whack at it because she's can do that. Lower your blows and all that fun stuff. Disadvantage because poison. That is not a hit. That is also not a hit. Lower your blows. There we go. Wait. No, it's, yep, it is. Okay. That's one. And that's two. So 2 hit. Boop, boop. You keep getting the same number twice. These snakes, seeing that it is now brightly lit in here,
There's snakes.
they're snaky people. What is your movement speed? Charge his full movement towards silver. And both of them can get there, but they don't get actually to silver. They get right there.
Really?
30 feet, and it's 60-foot movement because they dashed. Oh, I'm a little far ahead. Sorry. There we go. Corpsey moundy thingy going to attack Bjorn because that hurt.
This is fair, but Bjorn still disapproves.
19.
Hits.
Cad.
Uh,
Envy.
right.
Hits.
17. Smack.
Okay. And then the attack on Bjorn. 15 damage.
Okay.
And Bjorn, as you are slammed into this creature, these bones and shards and things or skeletons are pulling at you. They grab and slam into you, dealing the damage, and you are now grappled by it.
Shit.
Oh, and there's an extra 17 damage, necrotic. There we go. Not narcotics, necrotic. So
17 more.
17 more, and you are restrained. By the
That's,
way, by the way, make me a con save,
Yeah.
Bjorn.
This is turning into a very bad round for me.
Con save from Bjorn.
That's almost half my health that just went away.
Oh no.
And then there's that.
And now you're poisoned. Like Jan. Locke. Your go.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I see those two chuckle fucks coming in from the south. I'll park myself. Actually, I'm gonna park myself right there, so I'm in both of their auras.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do a double pop of Eldritch Blasts, one for each of the snake people.
Oh, Silver. Sorry, forgot. It's a 20-foot radius for Noxious Aura. Con save from you too.
Oh.
All right, so a 17 and a 19 to hit the snake people.
Yep, definitely. You're fine, Silver.
I assume I hit.
Yeah, you hit the snaky people just fine.
All right, the one on the left takes 13. The one on the right takes 9,
Alrighty.
and that will be my turn.
That. And then we have a Bjorn.
So you said restrained, right?
You are
Grappled.
currently restrained. You
Yeah.
have disadvantage both because of restraint and because of poison to attack rolls. And you have, because of poison, you have disadvantage on ability checks to try to break free. But you can choose to attack or you can choose to try to break free. Your choice.
Bjorn's instinct is to just hit this thing as much as he can.
Okay.
There's no other thought in his brain, I think, at this point.
Fair enough.
It's first attack. Hit?
That is a hit, yes.
Alright, it will be a Divine Smite. This time at level 2. Alright, so the 19. And then my second attack. That one I'm assuming misses.
Yep, that misses.
Alright, so that's 29 damage for my turn.
Yep, and you are still restrained. Silver.
My turn?
Yep.
Well, I shall wait until the snaky boys get up here. She's gonna go and whack this mouth thing.
Okay.
22,
22, hit it.
13 damage. Oh, and a plus another 2d6 because I still have Branding Smite up. Does that go away after one hit?
I think it's only up to one hit, but you keep a charge of it for as long as the concentration would.
Okay. That's fine.
So
16?
Yep.
19 damage.
Alrighty. So, Silver, you smack, and Bjorn, you find your grip on this thing, that this grip that this creature is holding you starts to loosen, and the sludge and stuff just sort of falls apart. No more
I'd like to imagine that.
corpsey moundy thing.
I'd like to imagine that because Bjorn was like being grappled by it as it disintegrated, he's just standing there, like arms like out at his sides, just dripping with goo, just like
Yeah.
just numb with shock and horror.
We need to hit it with holy damage just to make sure. Or is it just completely done?
It looks to be as if it is pretty well done.
Okay.
And then Oak, he sees those two annoying people over there. Oak is going to do a no, where's that? There it is. Boop. Daylight concentration. No, daylight is not concentration. Cool. So spike growth right in a 20-foot radius around where these guys are, and they are trapped in spikes and annoyingness.
Set it on fire!
Is that something you do with spike growth, or was that just web?
It's he put spike growth as 20-foot radius centered around these guys. So we have
I thought it
a
was it the last time Oak used this? We set it on fire and like a mountain.
You did that forever ago, yeah. A bit longer than that, but that'll work just fine. Cat, it is your turn.
I thought. I
What's the matter?
apparently I misinterpreted what you said, but okay, because I was drawing that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's my foot. So that's fine.
Yeah.
What was green circle?
Green circle is spike growth.
And does that affect everyone or just them?
Everyone who enters.
Yep. Area becomes difficult terrain. When a creature moves into or within it, they take 2d4 piercing damage every 5 feet they travel.
They move it. It's just fun.
So it would be considered difficult terrain as soon as you hit right there in the center in the thing. So
Edge.
the edge there. So you couldn't quite get to them with 50 because it would be starting to count up as you're trudging through the thing. So you're at 25, 35, 45, and about halfway to them by the end of it.
Well, 20 feet is normal.
Yeah.
The 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I could get to him with a double move.
You could.
That'd pretty much be my entire turn, though.
Yep.
Yeah, but you start ticking.
Yeah, and to go through all those right there, that's
Keep in mind, Kaduril is raging. What other
Yeah, but-
targets are there?
true. I mean, yeah, just bear in mind that will be 6d4 points of damage you take.
Just from moving, not from actually staying in it.
From moving through it, yeah.
Like every 5 feet of travel in it, you take that.
64, and it's piercing.
And you're raging.
I mean,
you could go. It's fine.
Kaduril sees nothing wrong with this. Okay.
Alright. So you take half this because rage. 8.
Yep. Flesh
Young-
wound sustained. Rawr.
Young is gonna hang back from said things because she is not gonna run in there. She doesn't have any ranged attack. She needs to get some ranged attack. She needs to get some kunai. That's what she needs. She's gonna go over here next to her brother. Cad's raging. Oak has high perception. Anyway, they're going to try to smack an elephant that just chucked at their face. They have scimitars. Hooray!
Are they dervish?
No, they're not. So, not a hard chance to hit. They have multi-attack though. That misses. That also misses. Go to the other one. That hits, unless you want lucky or something. And that crits.
So yeah, let's lucky the crit.
So crit becomes miss.
Yeah, only the 24 hit.
Yep. This is slashing damage because scimitar for 2.
Okay. Kaduril just sort of stands there waiting on the attack.
Yep.
Not really a whole lot else I can do, so I'm just going to double pop an Eldritch Blast against the one on the right.
Alrighty. 16 will hit. 20 will hit.
20 damage total to the one on the right.
Oh, hey, that's easy math. Bjorn.
There's not a terribly huge amount Bjorn really can do from here. I guess he'll circle around here and ready in action if either of these guys try to get out near him. He's just gonna whack them.
Alright. It's over.
I'll walk this way.
Same thing as Bjorn?
Yep.
Alright. Bjorn on his turn will go over here next to Locke. And as he passes Young, he's like, get around them on the other side. So they can't get away. Young's like, okay. God, swingy.
Sounds like a plan.
Uh,
16.
16 will hit.
13.
So the one in front of you.
Yep.
Okay. You have your extra attack. Ooh.
28.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh, sure, that's a crit.
Yep.
So
25.
26.
Yeah, 26. That hurt. Okay. He does not like that at all. Young. Because Monk and Rogue. He's 45 to get to here, and then dash to get over here. So she's going to go down here, like right here. And then the one that you've smacked a megaton. Are you guys intelligent? I don't, not very. Oh, okay. You have average intelligence. Okay, so he's going to reach into the pocket of his cloak that he is in. Everybody sees this because of the daylight and everything else. And he's going to reach into a pocket that he has, and he has this weird, like, charm looking thing, and he's just going to shatter it in his hands, and it makes a, like, tuft of black smoke that will travel sort of up in the air and then disperse above you guys. And then he just sort of just gives a come at me at Cad.
So he's encircled in smoke.
No, he dispersed the smoke around you, and it's sort of just around all of you. It's getting intermingled with your spectral things a little bit, but it's not like it's guising him in any way. The other one, however, is going to try to smack at you. 21.
Yeah.
And 10 as a no. D6, I think. And a very weak attack roll thing. Take 2. Okay, blood. Locke.
I'm still waiting on him to hit me.
Alright. Well, Locke is going to come over here, follow after Silver, and I am going to do another double tap of Eldritch Blast, but this time on the one on the left.
Crit.
Natural 20 and a 12.
12 will hit.
Oh, thank fuck. So, 26 damage total. Get fucked, lizard.
Yeah, so he just disperses this mist of stuff around, and then immediately just and he's gone.
Ha!
It's a missile, dude.
Tried.
Thanks.
He tried so hard to be cool and just got fucked.
That's our out of context quote for the session.
The mist is still there. And then Bjorn.
He's not.
He's not. He's very much dead. You going to do anything different
Bjorn
with
is
your turn,
just-
Bjorn?
Nah, Bjorn's just like slowly circling around, still keeping that held action and just sort of like twirling his sword menacingly.
Bjorn, do you have any sludge in your boots?
Probably. That's a thought, actually. I grab some of the goo off of me and I throw it at the lizard man.
Do they take poison damage?
Make a ranged attack, I guess, if you have access to such a thing. I don't know if you do.
I think the only attack I have on my sheet is the long sword.
This is dead.
Yeah, just do a dex roll.
Dex.
Not dex save, but dex roll.
Yeah.
You do still have disadvantage on it because you are still poisoned.
Fair enough. That's a shame.
Yeah, it falls beside him into the spike growth.
Oh well.
At this
Maybe
point,
the smell will reach him.
At this point, Oak is like, well, I guess me trapping them in that was not a really effective means for allow everybody to hit. But anyway, Silver. And we can't really stop them from fighting because it's Cad.
She'll go double movement.
Straight down. Alrighty. There's a doorway down there.
Oh.
Which you technically wouldn't be able to see past the doorway, but that's fine.
Oh, still. Hey, I found a door.
Do you want to interrogate this guy? I mean, I guess we can't really stop Cad from attacking, but...
Let him hit a few more things. Get it out of the system.
Yeah, let him work it out before he takes it out on us.
Okay, Cad, your turn.
Tickle fight.
11.
Does he look like he can continue to be tickled?
Yes. He's not running away.
Cool.
That'll hit.
19.
I mean, hey, a fucking, 13 with these guys.
Young, you're gonna go down here next to Silver.
Hey, go check see if the door's locked.
Yeah. How far away is that from her?
Away!
She can do double dash and still have her attack action. She's gonna go down here and see if she can open the door. And the door is locked, so she's going to do a Thieves' Tools thing. She's gonna be a rogue for a second.
Yeah, can do it. Be a rogue.
How rare is this?
I know, right?
I feel kind of bad about the fact that it's become a running joke that Young is the member of the party who we know can do cool shit but never does.
And because the door is simple, it's like a simple wooden door that almost doesn't seem to fit in with this cave very much. And she just... And it opens. Hooray!
Hooray! She unlocked the door!
No, we're just patronizing her.
So, that's Young's turn.
We're going past the area of dim light, so...
Yeah, but you guys have dark vision, so it's fine. So this guy is going to attempt to run out of this towards you guys, seeing that you're getting in the door. Cad, attack of opportunity, go.
You're not my friend yet. 20.
That'll hit.
Yay.
14.
14 points.
1, 2, 3. That's 8 d4s.
It will be.
It's not nothing.
And he goes to running through the spike growth and stops dead on the spikes. Literally.
Oof. That's rough.
Get dunked on, bitch.
The spike growth sort of phases and disappears as Oak gets rid of it because of his concentration. At about the same time that Cad will come out of his rage.
I was going to say, Cad stands there like poking the spikes that were hurting him, and then they disappear, and then he, huh? What?
Yep. And Oak just sort of looks at Cad and says, Young found a door. Young.
Why is Bjorn over there?
I thought it was dark in here. What happened?
Yeah, your sword's your maul's glowing. You're welcome.
I'm like,
it lived with him.
thank you.
All right, so we're
Yeah,
going to
come here.
we're going to explore.
Yes.
Might as well. Got fuck all else to do.
I mean, we're here to. This is most definitely a Norro lair. This screams Norro with all the zombies and things. So
Looking for a teleportation, sir.
yeah, you're looking for a teleportation circle. And Young, open the door so you guys can go through the door. Hooray!
Yeah.
Reveal areas.
What's in here?
Boop.
Oh no.
So Silver's going to the right.
Yeah. I feel lucky.
Okay.
I feel like a super torch.
you are a torch.
I'm a super torch.
You're the torchiest torch that ever did torch.
And what was it, radius 120 and then 120 more? Or was it radius 60 and then 60 more?
It was radius 60, 60 more. So a total of 120.
Gotcha.
Another door down there. And then this room kind of goes all catty corner up that way. And Silver, when you come into this room, it looks empty on the map. But what this room looks like to you is what can only be described as a lab. Various forms of like chemicals and alchemy, and there's still remains and bones scattered all over the place in here. Some that are wrapped up in tatters that seem to be like purposefully done. Getting all sort of mummy-esque.
Spooky.
Spooky.
And the table is a long table that goes through that catty corner area into the room just past.
Just gonna go look closer to the caddy room.
Make for me a dexterity save.
Oh no.
19.
19. How do you want to flavor your dodge of the stereotypical, like, arrows through slits in the wall that fire at you?
Shield.
Ching ching! Yeah.
You okay in there?
Yeah, getting old school in here.
Watch out for boulders.
What do I see in this particular area?
In the other corner, up to the top, give me either perception or investigation.
Pretty much the same. 20.
Alright. Upwards in the upper corners, there appears to be a very old, it looks like it was a desk at one time, but it's sort of rotted out. And there appears to be old tatters of, like, papers and paperwork. It's very, very ratty and old. Looks almost like an office. A very strange office, but an office.
Okay. I'm gonna make our way down to the door.
Down to the door.
Is it
Alrighty.
locked?
The door is, in fact, locked.
Kicks it.
Classic.
Roll strength. Also, Bjorn, you're not poisoned anymore.
Mine.
She just kicks it.
It's an extremely solid wooden door. You accomplish a whole lot of nothing. Bjorn, you're not poisoned anymore, by the way.
That was effective.
It's locked.
You got
Yeah.
lesser restoration by Oak, so you're no longer poisoned, Bjorn.
All right.
Hey, Young, you want to have a look at this door?
I'm coming. What, you giving me a chance to try to open it this time?
I mean, that is supposedly your function in the party.
Rude.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Allegedly. I give her a playful clap on the back. Just teasing you.
Yeah, I know.
Practice makes perfect.
18.
Nice.
And it is unlocked. Hooray.
Yay! Then all of a sudden the fireball.
I fucking hell, that's a lot more than I have on with these tools. Should have done a plus 11 bonus. I have a plus 6.
Rogues, dude.
Rogues, man.
So you now have the room. You have in fact found the magic circle.
Let's go destroy it.
Roll me,
Do we have any idea where it goes? Is there a way to discern that?
you could roll
You wanna
Arcana
take-
if you wanted to, see if you recognize the runes.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that before we destroy it.
Well, I mean, teleportation circles of their general persuasion would normally be made to end up places. This is a permanent, until broken, teleportation circle. So this would be, the runes that would be on this circle specifically, would be the runes that would lead to here.
Oh, no, never mind then.
Silver, since you were closest to come up that way first, actually no. Everybody give me, perception rolls.
Oh boy.
16.
As long as somebody gets it, I'll take it.
3!
Man, ain't Locke.
21.
Varsity.
So Cad and Silver will see it, and I'll give a roll for y'all. Oak, why not? Oak will probably see it anyway. Random 30. Yeah. So everyone but Bjorn and Locke will find it. There seems to be, like, sort of near the teleportation circle, there is a, like, looks like old clothes, maybe? It's very tattered. And sitting in the center of the clothes, like, Silver sees mostly the clothes, and Yong sees mostly the clothes. But then Bjorn and, Cad and Oak pick up on, there's a tiny little gemstone necklace sitting amongst the clothes.
I would point it out, I guess. Sparkly.
Silver's going to scratch the circle to break the circle.
Yeah, not hard to do. I mean, Locke did it before easily, so. The magic-y, glowy circle just sort of dissipates a bit as you sort of scratch the runes away. And no more circle. Hooray.
Oh, Locke, do you want to use your magic hand to pick up the next shiny thing?
Sure, I guess. I'll cast Mage Hand and try to do the thing.
Yep, you pick it up. Your mage hand picks it up by the like binds of the necklace itself, and you see a very pretty, glowy gemstone.
Fuck, I don't have that spell prepared. Okay.
What spell were you thinking,
What?
Bjorn?
I was gonna use Detect Magic on it,
And Locke can do
but
that.
I do not.
Yeah, I can indeed. So I will.
I can as well.
Well, I have here. I can just do it at will without expending spell slots, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Yeah, you can.
So let me just double check that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do that eyes glow purple.
There is I always will say, strong or faint magic auras and things, but for this one, it's a sort of a medium sense of divination on said little necklace. It's not strong, but it's
Divination
not weak
aura.
either.
Do we want to put it in the bag until we can get it identified?
I mean, probably, yeah. Closest person we could probably take it to is Ulara. She's like, what, 4 days away from here?
Yeah.
If we wanted to go back to her, yeah.
Just refresh my memory. You have destroyed the circle, right?
Yep.
Or
yes.
have you not? Okay. Regardless of it being destroyed, can I check it and see if there's any way at all for me to tell if it's been recently used or not?
It would probably be another Arcana roll, I would say.
Okay. 12.
It has been used. I'll give you that. It has been used, but you're not entirely sure. By saying that it's been used recently, you're not sure if that's within the last couple days, or within the last couple hours, or within the last couple minutes. But it has been used within the last week, I would say. It's best that you can discern with a 12.
Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot with an enemy who has these sorts of teleportation points all over the damn place. So he's probably already long gone.
Well, we're slowly corralling him into one location.
I'm just worried that if we get rid of all of his other teleportation points and he's in his final hideout, what's to stop him from just picking a direction and running?
Do you really think he would? This is Oak speaking up. He's not going to run.
Perhaps not, but he would also be a fool to stay in one place when he knows we're coming after him, and, I mean, I'm pretty sure we had him on the ropes last time we met.
Yeah, and it's been a bit of time. He's focused on whatever his goal is, and with the amount of time that we spent in a bond, I'm not entirely sure if he succeeded. So...
I mean, as I understand it, weren't we told that he left Caberton in, like, sort of a frantic hurry, like things had gotten bad for him or something? Or am I misremembering that?
He left Caberton because we sort of lit a fire under him whenever we were in Caberton last.
Right.
When we got Frederick out of jail, and when we got Cat out of jail, we dealt with the warden, which he had some sort of seal on the warden that caused the warden to die immediately. And then that combined with, talk of him not being on the up and up as everyone thought he was because of what we did, rumors and everything else, he started to panic and then he ran. That's the best as I could understand.
Alright, so we indirectly did at least part of what we set out to do. I mean, he's still alive, but at the very least he's out of the city and out of a position of political power, so that buys us a lot more wiggle room to deal with the fucker.
Yeah. I don't know which one of his lairs he's currently staying in, but at least we know where some of them are. And Axe Silver said,
Not this one.
If we corral him in a corner to where he can't go to any of them as much as he chooses, then we will eventually have him trapped. I don't see him traveling on the surface. If he's going to be moving around, he's going to do so in a means where he can hide who he is and travel at night and all that other BS. And his magic's like ours. He's not got any crazy, as far as I know, he's not got any crazy abilities to disguise himself for long periods of time. The best he can do is something akin to what you did earlier back in Fumok, or what Cat can do. And he points to Cat's hat.
So we got rid of the circle. Do we just want to leave now?
We should look through the rest of the place, make sure there's nothing we missed, and then we leave. We're assuming he's not here, but better safe than sorry. Might as well just check everything.
We do have that
Cover our bases.
area to the left that we didn't check yet.
2 areas to the left. One in the corridor there, and then one way up in the first room.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Unless that's the way we came down in.
No.
We spawned, right over here somewhere, so...
You spawned in the upper left there. So, that little area is actually not something you've been in yet. This door is in fact locked.
But we're on the inside. Can we unlock it?
That's a good point, yeah.
Zura unlocks it and then just opens it slightly before booting it.
Yep, alright.
Get fucked, Tinges.
Yeah, what is that way?
Alright, let's bring the other characters over there.
Probably something evil.
Necklace. Oh, evil.
So, make your way over here.
Uh-huh.
And it is a mostly empty room. You see Silver, you're immediately reminded of your not so happy past because there's a set of rusted chains on the upper wall up here.
Oh.
And a skeleton still chained to it.
Oh!
His name is Giggles. He's a quest giver.
Chatters. Is it alive, skeleton?
You mean an undead skeleton? No, it's not moving.
Yeah, okay. Is that just the only thing in here?
There is a scattering of a bunch of paperworks, a very rotted table, and what may have been some form of torture device that's rusted and ratty.
Okay, let's go. Nope.
Yeah, fuck that.
Nope.
Fuck
Silver's
this
just
shit,
noping
I'm
out of
out,
that.
she said.
People die
Yep.
here.
Silver's just noping right on out of there. Alrighty. Cad coming along? Yep. Alrighty.
People died here.
That's very unfair.
Clearly. And then you have a teeny tiny room.
Just
I'ma
a bedroom?
hurt you.
This little room here. Yay.
What's in it?
Whale. This room seems
A
to-
whale?
No. This room seems to contain mostly discarded trash and bones and maybe flesh.
It's the rot room.
Yeah, kinda.
Do we want to look through it?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic and see if anything perks my sense.
No.
Then I'm tap the black book and I'm gonna cast Firebolt on it and set it all ablaze. Whoosh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, let's try to get out of here.
Yep, we're leaving. We're done. There's nothing else to see here. Norro isn't here. The fucking coward.
Says the coward.
Hey, I've come a long way.
Yeah, you have.
I'm scared shitless of things, but, I screamed like a little pussy earlier, but I still shot at it. I helped.
Everyone's
I didn't
scared.
run.
I'm just glad it didn't have some sort of a fear effect and it had poison instead.
Well, I mean, fear effect. I look at Bjorn. How are you holding up?
Bjorn just gives you a blank look, and he says, absolutely nothing.
Wow.
But he does brush some more goo off his shoulder.
Wait,
Alright.
we're not question.
Someone give this man a donut.
Is theoretically possible.
We have
It
plenty to spare, I'm pretty sure.
Bjorn is actually going to drain his wineskin at this time. Just one long, continuous pull. And he will not break eye contact while he does it.
Eye contact with who?
Locke is the one who talked to him, so...
Okay.
Locke is just going to...
How strong was that wine in your wineskin that you're down
Message
super
received.
fast?
Yeah, it's probably an average, red wine? 15%-ish?
Make a con save.
Alright.
Should be simple.
Oh no.
No, I mean, you're not insta-drunk or anything. You just got this nice tipsy buzz thing sort of going on. You're not, like, insta-drunk. It's not like you drunk water or something.
So, as the buzz sets in, I replace the wineskin at my belt, and I say, I feel pretty good.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Athletics to climb up.
Alright. Oh shit.
Uh-oh. If only I'd rolled better for the rope.
There you go.
It's just like, I'm done, I'm out, goodbye.
Locke got a natural 20 for a total of 18.
Bjorn did roll well to leave, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Good on him.
You're all gonna eventually get out. It's just how graceful and how long does it take you, actually.
Yay, I'm the lowest one.
So, it takes the longest for Silver to sort of climb out. But you do make your way out, and you get back out, and it's now probably, in all the traveling around and looking around in the area, and then the climb back up, because you got here in about the afternoon or so. It's probably about 5 or 6 p.m. as you make your way topside again, finally.
Do we want to move a bit of ways and set up camp and then climb down in the morning?
Yeah, sure, that sounds good.
Okay, let's head towards the tower thing, since we already know that's been looked through.
Alrighty.
You're going to set up camp sort of close to the old ruins and other such things. You're probably going to set up your fortitude, your blanket of fortitude and whatnot.
Yep. Gonna throw that up. Oh, get our pillow library going.
Who is going to be the ones to stand guard over your tent first? Realistically, probably Cad, because he's not got a whole lot of things he has to rest for.
Yeah, I would say Kat and Yong would probably be good to go first, because the rest of us have spell slots to recharge.
Yeah, I used up
And
all my
also,
good ones.
and also, Bjorn is on the precipice of drunkenness, so probably give him a chance to sober up.
I'm not drunk, I'm just...
I said on the precipice. You are on the precipice.
Alright.
Yeah.
So Yong and Cad then?
Sure.
Alright. Yong and Cad, make for me perception check.
Quick, tell yourself no. Boop.
24. Yong. Alright, so Cad, you look out into the night. You technically have disadvantage because dark, and your daylight from your weapon went out a while back because it only lasts an hour. So you look out and you see ever so briefly a passing shadow in and amongst the rubble of this sort of volcanic mountain. And you see something, maybe a flash of red, maybe a flash of metal. You're not entirely sure. And I want Cad and Yong to make for me a wisdom save.
Oh no!
And Silver's not awake, so they don't get the +4.
That is a 19 from Cad.
You said we don't get the +4?
So
Yeah, because
15 from
Silver's
Cad.
unconscious.
And then wisdom from Yong. 7. Alright, so 15 and 7.
Oh no.
Cad,
Yong's dead.
the closing out of this session, Cad, you sort of see this movement, this shadow in the distance. You start to get up to say something to, like, Yong or something that you think you just saw something, and you immediately find yourself frozen. And you and Yong both are frozen in place as a golden armored and fiery haired woman just sort of saunters up. She's got a shield and a mace, both also gold. She just saunters, looks between the two of you, and just sort of mouths as if to shush you as a shh. She walks into the tent, and that's where I'm ending it.
Fuck!
We're all gonna die.
I am not making happy noises right now, because I know precious little about this woman, but I know that shit bad.
Mm-hmm.
Shit bad when fire hair lady appears.
Oh, and Locke or Cad, not that you can do much about it, but now that they've moved, the others have moved closer. You see that she's got two armored male individuals right behind her as well. They're sort of hanging back as she walks in, and she sort of gestures to the two of them as she sort of walks into the tent, and the tent flaps close, and they're currently walking towards you and Yong with a golden pair of manticles, like binding manticles.
Cool.
Oh, fuck us.
And that's what I'm into.
You...
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's better than I hoped.
Alrighty.
Oh,
So,
curses.
this has been Shadows of Gradiriel. Let's have the next time be done by, or the last time, or the next time thing be done by Bjorn.
Next time, we are facing a serious threat. I'm not quite clear on the specifics of it, but based on how everyone else is reacting, I think we're in trouble. So will we survive?
Told you guys about this lady.
Yeah, I don't think David was actually here for that, though. I think I was controlling Bjorn at the time.
Right.
Yeah, that was one of the cases where David was absent. This is the lady from Silver's backstory who relentlessly tortured her before Silver met us.
Yeah,
Oh.
kept bleeding.
Yeah,
her, bleeding her over and over again and healing her. To
Yeah.
keep her alive.
There she is.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Full of herself, like shiny things. You think she's a red dragon in disguise.